So this is my credit card, and these are my credit cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 19, 20. There you have it. If you are currently someone who doesn't use credit cards, please watch this video carefully, as this can save you a lot of money. Some of you may be asking, Tim, why in the world would anyone need 20 credit cards?
I need it!
Well, the simple answer is you don't. But I accumulated them ever since getting my first Capital One Journey credit card back in 2013. My first credit card had to be opened with my father as a co-owner because I had no credit back then and it was my first credit card. But this was the most exciting moment for me back then because it opened up a world of credit, and it was just unbelievable that you can be getting cash back for the money that you're spending. Or I should say the bank's money, and you pay them back. At the time, it didn't make sense for me to why a bank would give you money for spending your own money. As you know, banks make money through their annual memberships of their credit cards and the late payments that people make and the interest that they charge on them. So as I was continuing to use my credit card, I realized that I was getting $250 at the time for opening up the credit card. This was a mind-blowing thing for me at the time because I did not know you can get a free money for just opening up a credit card. And back then when I was young, $250 was worth every penny that you can get. This was a point in time that I started researching more about credit cards, utilizing credit, and how the entire system works. Then I started to open more credit cards while keeping track of my credit while using my first credit card. And here we are in 2021 with 20 credit cards, or a little bit more. So why would you open up a credit card in the first place? I've seen a lot of people, even to this day, using their cash as their main source of payment. I cringe when I see this because they're missing out on so many benefits that they can be getting from credit cards. First off, simply you want credit card because of the cashback bonuses. Whether you're a person that's looking for just simple cashback or you want to travel with the miles that you earn with credit card is the one to get the reward for it. I hate debit card because you're literally getting nothing out of spending your money. When it comes to buying something, you should always try to spend others' money. I'm talking about the bank's money.
Alright, put the money in the bag! Put it in!
That doesn't mean you should go out and spend all the money on your credit card and max it out, but what I'm talking about is you should spend it on your everyday needs. And nowadays, you can even pay bills with credit cards. How beneficial is that? You literally get rewarded for spending in terms of cashback or points. For me, I like to get miles because I travel frequently even in the midst of this pandemic, and it really adds up over time. I've traveled many times for free by simply using my credit card and racking up the miles. I even stayed at 5-star hotels for free. Okay, so you've managed to watch this video and I've convinced you to open up a credit card. Now what? Well, you open up more credit cards, of course.
Nice.
There are key benefits to having multiple credit cards. I primarily use 4 Chase credit cards in a bundle. Each of them rack up different points depending on the purchase. For example, I'll use my Chase Sapphire Reserve card for 3 times miles on dining and travel. Then for everything else, I'll use Chase Freedom Unlimited because it gives 1.5 times on every purchase. I'll use Chase Freedom card for seasonal rotational categories that gives 5 times of the miles. Lastly, I have Chase Business Unlimited for all my business expenses and it gives 1.5 times miles. The best thing about utilizing all these cards is that you can combine the points into one system. Next, you want multiple credit cards to increase the overall limit of all your credit cards combined, and this will give you a better credit. 2 of the criteria for having a good credit is to have over 15 cards and have a large credit limit. When your spending becomes over 30% threshold of the entire credit limit, your credit score can be affected. And by having an overall larger credit limit, you can keep your spending under that 30% threshold. There is an abundance of excellent apps and websites that can help you build credit. One of the most popular one I personally use is Credit Karma. With this credit app, you can be tracking your credit at any time using the simple app on your phone. And it literally shows you the criteria that the credit bureaus look at when determining your credit. Starting from the top, the highest factor that they look at for excellent credit is your payment history of your loans and credit cards. Please make sure to pay your credit cards on time. It's simple as that.
Nope.
Use only what you can afford and keep track of your spendings. Next is the credit card utilization. As I've said before, you should try to keep your spending below 30% threshold. The regulatory mark should not be a problem for most people unless you have a collection debt or you have an unpaid parking ticket or some sort of tickets. And if you do, make sure to clear those and keep under one.
Well, the sign says that it's 4 quarters for an hour, but a quarter only gets you 15 minutes. So if my math is correct, that's not an hour.
Then you have your credit history. The credit history will look at the oldest and the newest credit card or loans that you've opened up, and it will take the average days of all that. So pretty much it's good to open up as many as you can early on so you do not have to open up new ones later on. Last two are the total accounts and hard inquiries. You want over 21 combined credit cards and loans even if they're closed to boost your credit. As you can see, I have 14 open and 10 closed. Some of my credit cards probably close over time while not using them. Hard inquiries are pretty much when a company pulls your credit or checks your credit when you're looking for any type of loan. So these are the general things to watch out when you're looking for an excellent credit. The funny thing is, I've got my credit score to 800 without knowing any of these and just building credit over time. Then I found these tips later and I strive to continually work on my credit.
Just keep going.
For anyone out there struggling to build a credit, I hope these criteria can help you out. Last thing I want to talk about is the usage of good credit. Credit can be an excellent credential when it comes to leveraging money. In order to make any big purchases in your life, credit will matter. Credit rates can be used to obtain mortgage, good mortgage rates, buying cars, good car rates and interest, and everything else. Even when you're leasing or getting a rental property, you need a good credit. If you're a young adult without a credit card or utilizing any type of credit, please watch this video carefully and please consider making a first credit card. Not only is there cash benefits to having an excellent credit, but it is required as you're getting older. My recommendation for picking out your first credit card is to determine what type of credit card that you would like to have. Do you want cashback? Do you want miles? Do you want points? You need to decide these things in order to suit your needs. Cashback is considerably the simplest to get, however, it is much lower reward than travel miles or points. And travel miles will only benefit you if you plan to travel frequently. Most of my credit cards come from Chase Bank because I intend to use those miles for travel and I like to combine them all together in the end. Another popular choice is the Amex line of credit card. So hope you guys learned a lot about credit cards and utilizing credit today, and if you guys enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe, and if you want more contents, please leave a comment below on what you want to watch next.